It is the Crafty Crocheters. So welcome to another live stream, Crochet Therapy Thursdays. So welcome for attending today. And for those of you who were not able to attend today's live stream, you're watching the replay, so thank you for that. So as you can see behind me, I have some of my signage up. So I got my banner, then I got all of my YouTube handle, my Instagram handle, my Facebook handle, and then don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, hit that notification bell so you get notified when new videos come out, and leave comments if you wish. So how's everyone's day going today? So you may have saw my my video this morning about the new edition of Crochet World that's out today. I did like a little freeze through of it. Again, I don't want to spoil everything for y'all. So if you plan on getting this magazine, I don't want you to be like, oh, well, I already knew about that. So just I usually, when I do these magazine reviews, I like to give a little taste, but not give the entire buffet. So that way y'all can get the magazine for yourselves and be surprised as much as I am. So welcome to the chat, whoever joined. Welcome, y'all. Hello. So how's the weather you guys' way? Right here where I'm at, it is nice and sunny. It was a little hot outside earlier. I did the rest of the weeds in the driveway, so it was little toasty for my taste, but it wasn't humid or muggy. So that's coming up for the next couple days. So if y'all haven't checked out that video for the Crochet World review, go ahead and check that out now, or check it out as soon as you're done with the live stream. So don't forget to get this video a thumbs up if you enjoy what you see so far. Feel free to ask questions, talk about whatever's on your mind, whether it could be crochet related, it could be knitting related, fiber arts related, it could be related to what's going on in the world. All I ask is please do not talk about anything that could ruffle some feathers, because this is a positive, safe space. We don't want any negativity or any kind of badness in here, so to speak. So let's not talk about politics for one. Let's not talk about religion. Let's not talk about wealth or sex. That's all I ask. And you don't see me working on anything because I want to make sure I'm focusing on you and not on my project, because I think the last time I was on this live stream, I was working on my shawl and I was looking down some of the time. So I don't feel that's polite, and it's actually rude to ignore everyone in here whenever, because I may miss some vital comments or anything like that. So I want to focus straightly on you guys. And for those of you who are new to this live stream, my name is Michael. I am known as the Crafty Crocheter. I've been crocheting since I was 14. I have over 30 years of experience in crochet and knitting. So any questions y'all have, let me know. And I post daily. So I try to post like tutorials, yarn reviews, yarn hauls, do like a whip progress videos. So for those of you who are new, who don't know the schedule, I think I may post it in my bio, so that way y'all know what's going on. So for Mondays, I usually do like the yarn reviews. Tuesdays are tutorial Tuesdays. Wednesdays are my whip it up on Wednesdays, where I do my current whips and the status thereof. And today, Thursdays are the live streams for Crochet Therapy Thursdays, and then Fridays are for my yarn hauls. And I do have a yarn haul coming out tomorrow at 3 p.m., so I'll be ready for that. My trip to my local Michael's that I went on last Saturday. So I think you're gonna enjoy it very much. Can you all see the signage okay, man? Now I have like, can you see all of the my handles and everything like that? I don't know if it's too far away, but I have a little bit of space between the back of my chair and here, so I don't know if y'all can see that. What's going on here is it's a crochet therapy just talk about how it enriches our lives, how it makes us feel great, about how it calms us down, and how therapeutic it is and cathartic it is. But of course, non yarn related, so to speak. I mean, we're here just to get together, build up, and gives me a chance to know y'all, and gives you a chance to know me, to know that I exist, that I'm here on YouTube. I've been here for over a year now, and so that's what's going on here to whoever, because I can't read Sanskrit, so. Not really psychology, no. It's more just to talk about crafting and how it calms us down, because I do believe that crochet and knitting and other fiber arts has that therapeutic effect, or it calms us down because of dopamine, and what's the other hormone? There's two hormones that are in play here. It's like I have a video that I go over this, so I don't quite remember off the top of my head about those hormones. I know it's dopamine and I don't remember. It'll come to me. Hello, man cat, how you doing? Thank you for subscribing to the channel. So I'm a crocheter knitter as well. So I guess the whole basis of my channel per se is to try to get more men to come out of the yarn closet to say, hey, I crochet and knit and I have no shame of it. I'm proud of it. And I don't care what others think, if they think I'm like a sissy or a feminine or something like that, because kind of whole stigma with men, if they tell another guy or their friends that, oh, hey, I knit and crochet, that they're going to be looked upon as less masculine or gay or something like that. So I'm here to break that stigma. The pleasure is mine, man, Kat. Thank you for stopping by. So what's on your mind? Anything you want to talk about as far as crafting, non-crafting, just anything really. Again, all I ask is, like, let's not ruffle feathers with certain topics. That's all I ask. Out of respect for me and respect for everyone else in the room as well. And feel free and recommend the channel to all your family and friends too. So get the word out there, spread the word about me, because I'm trying to get monetized. It's not a secret. I've said it since day one. So I still have a while to go before I get monetized. So I want to get a piece of that pie, so to speak. Hi, Sandrine. How you doing? Hi, Tracy. Oh, so you're trying to get... Oh, sorry, Manka. I did not... the name, I apologize for that. I'm so sorry. So Tracy, that's great that you want to get your son into crochet. So has he expressed any interest in crocheting, or is this something you feel that that would benefit him as an individual, or... Yeah, man, Kat, it's kind of like, when you assume, how the rest of how that goes, right? Like when you assume. So I apologize. So Tracy, was anything you want to get, anything crochet wise that you want to get your son involved with, or if he's expressed his interest, has he mentioned what kind of projects he wants to get into, or does he want to, get into it from the very beginning, like how to learn the basic stitches? Oh, okay. So playing off of that, Tracy. So I have been playing with an idea of doing learn to crochet in 50 squares, because granny squares are basically the best way, in my opinion, and other opinions as well that I've heard, that granny squares are the best way to learn crochet, because you're learning double crochet stitches, chain stitches. You're learning how to crochet in a ring. Well, not really in a ring, in a loop. So I'm basing it off the Learn to Knit in 50 Squares book that I'm working on. So, and I have those cards that have the 50 square, you know, if you've seen them, they're like the crochet cards, you know, they have like the square in the front, then they have the pattern on the back. So I'm basing it off of that. So to learn to crochet in 50 squares. So I do have tutorials for Crochet 101 out there, but I thought I would do like learn to crochet in 50 squares because again, I'm going to start from the very basics and move on up to like beginner, intermediate, advanced stitch work and things like that. So my curriculum, so to speak, is kind of doing like from the very beginning, like I know nothing about crochet, so that's what I'm aiming towards, like for the audience for people who are very new to crochet, who have not really any knowledge of how to work basic stitches. So that's what I want to aim towards. That's good on Manny Squares. That's actually good. Yeah, that's true too. The granny squares, like you got that connotation that, oh, it's old lady hobbies, like granny squares, but actually, I might do that. I might use that, Manix Cat. Thank you very much. That's actually a good idea. I think I will use that. I'm actually gonna write that down because if I don't write things down, I tend to forget. It's kind of like when you go to the store, you have to make a shopping list because if you don't go to the store with a list, then you forget what you need to get. Then you just grab everything and put it in the cart. So. Like Grace, I do have tutorials out already on that if you go to my Crochet 101 playlist, Tracy, but I have to film some of the videos first, but I'm hoping to do it very soon for my Learn to Crochet in 50 Squares. But again, I do have a Crochet 101 playlist that goes over all the basics. I think I have a couple videos that go over the basics, and I have a couple videos that go over granny squares or Manny squares. But I do want to dedicate like a whole playlist for my curriculum of learning to crochet in 50 squares. So I do have that up, but it's private right now because I don't have any videos in there yet. So I got to film some videos for that. So I'm trying to think, either I'm going to start them next week or the week after next. So the time frame is not definitive yet, Tracy, but I will let everyone know. I'll put it on my post, or I'll create a short stating when the curriculum is going to start for my beginner course. Like I said, Tracy, I am a advocate for children learning to crochet because I mean I started when I was 14. I was a young teenager when I started, and I just fell in love with it, to be honest, because I'm a creative person by nature anyway. So it's kind of like one of those outlets that just amplifies my creativity. So if your son is a creative person, then this would be for him, or for anyone else who wants to learn as well. Not just for boys, girls, everyone. Well, if you want to get your son started in crochet, Tracy, there are kits out there, Woobles for one, but they're expensive. So if you want to spend about $40 for a little kit to get started, but I would say just watch my videos. I have a Crochet 101 video playlist out, and just get yourself an affordable crochet hook and some yarn, like some Red Heart's great for that. It's affordable, it's economical, economically sound. You don't have to get expensive yarn to start crochet. I mean, crochet is one of those hobbies that you don't need expensive equipment for or expensive yarns to start out with or to work a project. I mean, you can just use any type of yarn you want, whether it be like the affordable like Red Heart or Hobby Lobby's got some great yarns. I love this yarn. That's usually $5 a skein, and you can get a lot of practice swatches out of that. Or and sometimes on the inside of the label they do have projects that either they're crochet or knitting. But again, a lot of YouTube tutorials out there. I have a few tutorials for projects as well, so I have a playlist for my project tutorials. Some of them are beginner friendly, some of them are intermediate. So for your son, Tracy, I would recommend maybe for him to learn the very basics first and master those before moving on to something more intermediate and advanced. I mean, that's how I learned too. So I think the first thing I learned to do when I was crocheting was granny squares, but I got the first round done and I got kind of lost, so I gave up on it for a little bit. But then I saw them on YouTube again, and I really studied how the granny squares were put together. So after I mastered that, then I was able to whip out the crocheting and granny squares like nothing. Oh yeah, man, okay, yeah, that's another good point. Crocheting and knitting is really great for people who have like ADHD or ADD, who like need an outlet to focus upon, and it's great for people who, I don't want to say OCD to where you're counting all the time, but if you're one of those people like myself that like repetitive motions and repetitive things, and you like a linear architecture, then crocheting and knitting's for you. Because it allows you to focus, it allows you just to tune everything else out, focus on the project at hand, be proud of of how far along you've come, like, oh my gosh, I did this, you know, and it gives them a sense of pride. I agree, it is very relaxing, man, Cat, very, very relaxing. It's like, but you don't want to overdo it, because I've learned that you don't want to overdo it. Like, say for example, I'm making a blanket, right? And then I'm like, especially if it's like a large blanket, and I'll give myself a goal of doing like maybe 10 rows per day, because especially if it's a very wide blanket, I'll give myself a goal to like, okay, I'll do X amount of rows per day, then I'll stop, give my brain a rest, and then I'll work on it the next day, and just keep going and keep going. Like, you know, if you do the same amount of rows, or if you want to increase it by a row or two. But again, you want to pace yourself when you're crocheting. You don't want to just overdo it to where you're going to be so tired, and you're gonna have hand fatigue, and then your brain's gonna be all clustered and all jumbled. And oh, thank you, Tracy. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. That's excellent. But like I said, I have a bunch of stuff on there for my channel. Like, I got knitting 101, I have crochet 101, project tutorials, I have stitch of the week where I showcase a stitch, and my tutorial Tuesdays are like kind of like the stitch of the week. Oh yeah, very therapeutic. I agree. And I also, back in the day, I still kind of do this. I do cross stitch. I also embroider. So for those of you who, I mentioned this in I think not last week's live stream, but the week before, I mentioned that I had a little embroidery kit project that I got from Hobby Lobby a year ago for the autumn, and I just started on it the other day. So this is what I got so far. Luckily, there's the pattern there, and I have what it's supposed to look like when it's all done. So I kind of not. So I mean, kits are a great way too. Crochet kits, embroidery kits, cross stitch kits. If you want to get into something that's beyond your comfort zone, so to speak. I mean, it's at your own pace. You're not really rushing along to to put a deadline, have a deadline done. Like, you don't have to stress yourself out about a deadline. I mean, it's kind of like you can just learn at your own pace, do it at your own pace, and the project's not going anywhere. That's the key. Your project is not going anywhere. So if you put it aside for a while, your project will still be there. It's not going anywhere. But of course, sometimes because I have whips that are upstairs in my craft room and I haven't touched it in over a year or so, and I need to revisit that. But right now, again, the project will be there. It is not going anywhere. Oh, thank you, man. Okay, yeah, it's like I think I showed a couple other embroidery and cross stitch projects I did with the kits. It was like for fall too, so kind of like I'm trying to get that one done before fall hits, so I have it ready to go. And the Crochet World magazine is autumn 2026, so there are some fall, Halloween, Thanksgiving projects in there that I may tackle as well. I go over that in the video, but I don't go over the entire thing. Like I said, I want to give a little taste. I don't give out the whole buffet, so. Oh, nice, Tracy. What kind of colorway are you using for the hexagons for your cardigan? What type of yarn? Because right now, if you watched my whipping it on Wednesdays, I showcased the triangle shawl that I am working on right now. I can show it to y'all how far along I've gone. So I still have it on the hooks. So I want to make sure this doesn't fall out. Hold on, let me see if I can get this. So this is, where's that top? Oh, here it is. Sorry. Here's my progress of my shawl so far. I'm just using leftover some yarn I got from my recent one of my Goodwill yarn hauls. It's just a variegated yarn. So I still have a couple more rows to go. I'm almost done with it. I just have a couple more rows to go, then I'll be finished with it. Then I'll showcase it on next Wednesday's tutorial. Next week's whip update. But if y'all want a tutorial for this, I do include the pattern in one of those videos too. So if you want to follow along with me to work on this as well, or if you want a tutorial for this, I'll be happy to oblige. Oh, thank you, Sandrine. Yeah, it's like I wasn't sure about the yarn because the way the colorway was, like the way the colorway was on this yarn, it was just all blues and some clarets, a little bit of magenta, blues, oranges. But I'm thinking this would be a great candidate for color pooling because of the way the yarn works itself out. But of course, I've never done color pooling. That is another thing I want to try out. So I just got to find a couple videos. I know there are a couple creators out there that I follow that go over color pooling, so I may have to revisit their channels to find the best one for me. Like I said, I may do another one too, but I have a couple yarns that I may use for that purpose. So I'm trying to use up all my yarn that I have before I buy new because, I don't want to be overrun with yarn and become one of those yarn hoarders. So, of course, I know I am, but. Oh, thank you, Mia Cat. Like I said, yeah, it's a great shawl. It's a very easy pattern to do. So if you short rows. Are you for what, the shawl or just in general? I know for double crochets you're bound to get a little bit of gaps in there because of the way the stitches work up. Let's see here. Are the holes coming in the in the middle of the work or towards the sides of the work, or because I can show you for this shawl here. Like in general, when I work double crochets, like right around here, you're gonna get holes, little gaps in here because of the way the stitches work up. I don't know how well you can see that. As far as the middle, then this is the sides right here. For the ends, I usually try one. Oh, where is that? I just had it. For like right here, like if you see right here, I try to stitch within. It's like when they say do your chain threes, your double crochet, right? Then you go into the next stitch. I try to go as close as I can in the next stitch over, like, you know, skip 3 from hook and then you go into the 4th one and do your double crochet. Or if you're starting a row, you want to double crochet into that stitch, and when you go into the end of the row, you want to double crochet or crochet into the same, into the, probably in around the same stitch as the end, at least from what I'm seeing on this shawl. Because the way the pattern for this is working out is you are double crocheting into the stitch nearest to the end, and then you gotta do 2 double crochets in the chain of the beginning row. Hello, Samantha. How are you? Welcome to the chat. Thank you. I hope that answers your question, or a little bit, Mancat, because I was trying to explain it the best way that I know how from experience. But when I do, like when I start a row, I try to crochet this next stitch as close as I can to the starting chain. Or when I'm going to the end, I will crochet into the top, the chain as well, the beginning chain. I mean, for me that usually helps, but I'm sure there are other techniques out there for this, but I'm just explaining it the best I can from experience. Oh yeah, blocking's great too, because especially if you have the your work is curling in, or you want to stretch it out a little bit more, then blocking's really great for that. Like you can do dry blocking or kind of like wet blocking. Like I did for that Janie Crow Marrakesh tiles blanket, I had to wet block all those tiles, and I had to put them on the blocking boards and let it dry for several days. Yeah, I hope my explanation for that man was because like I said, I'm trying to explain it the best way I know how through my experience. I'm sorry, Tracy, you got to go someplace. I'm sorry. All right, thank you, Tracy, for coming to the chat. It was great chatting with you too. Thank you for subscribing, and if you have any more questions, feel free to email me. My email address will be in the description below of this video and all my past videos too. Like I said, if you want your son to learn to crochet or get him into crochet, I would say direct him to my Crochet 101 series. I usually lay this off for like very big for beginning crocheters. Like I go over the basic stitches. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry, Tracy. Yeah, the time zones. I apologize. I'm like, have to navigate the time zones. Like I'm used to navigating time zones because of one of my jobs was where I had to take calls from overseas or take calls from like throughout the country, like, and I had to navigate between Pacific time and Central, Mountain, things like that. So, and then I had this one job where I was working with people over in England and so forth. So you had to navigate the time zones too. So I'm in Eastern Standard Time, Tracy. So I'm not sure how many hours behind you I am. So I know to England it's 5. So I'm thinking maybe 6 to 8 hours behind you, Tracy. I'm trying to navigate the time zones. So if I'm right, 6 hours would be 9:29 p.m. or 7, maybe 10, or 8 would be 11, like almost midnight. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm... Okay, yeah, so it'll be 9:30 p.m. your time. Because right now it's 3:30 p.m. my time. So yeah, I can see that. Like 6 hours, yeah. Well, I'm glad you joined the chat, Tracy. I mean, I'm grateful you subscribed to the channel. I mean, watch all my videos. I would say get your son in, if you want to get your son involved, direct him to my channel too. Have him look at some of my my past videos. And like I said, I will do the Crochet in 50 Squares videos coming up soon. I just gotta formulate the best plan, what time, what day I might release them, what times I'm gonna release them. So like I said, I'll let everyone know. Either I'll do like a post about it, or I'll do like a short video on it, or I may do an update video on it, just so the word's out there. So Tracy, if you know anyone else who would benefit from the channel, just bring them my way. I mean, I'm just like, anyone you think would benefit from watching my videos and learning crochet, you can direct them to my channel too. I mean, have them subscribe, have them watch the videos, and take care. Like I said, have a great night, Tracy. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you so much for subscribing. And if you have any questions, email me. That's fine, or leave in the comments, or email me directly. That's fine as well. Like I said, my email address will be in the description below when this is done. Excuse me. You're very welcome, Tracy. It was great to meet you too. And again, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for attending attending the live stream. Like I said, whatever you don't see, you can catch up with it on the replay. Oh, thank you, Sandry. I really means a lot. I mean, because I'm just trying to get myself out there more, and I can tell you a little bit about myself. Again, this is why we have these therapy sessions, because we get to learn about each other. So I'm an introvert by nature, but I've been getting myself out there more and more and talking to people, and this medium is great. Like, social media is great. I mean, for one, I don't have to worry about, I guess for me, I don't know, kind of like how can I best explain this? For introverts, this is a great way because you don't have to worry about being around too many people without being kind of nervous and anxious. But I've been getting better and better about that. Like I said, I'll go out in public places and I'll talk to people, but I usually keep to myself. I don't bother anyone. I mean, if people talk to me, I'll talk back. I won't be rude and just like ignore them. So I guess there's a term for that. I think it's an omnivore, is where you exude both traits of an introvert and an extrovert. I don't know if that makes sense. Kind of like omnivores, how they eat both meat and plants. So it's kind of like that. I mean, yes, Andrea, if you know anyone else who would benefit from my channel, please direct them to me and have them watch my videos, have them subscribe, because I want to get myself out there. Sorry, there was a fly flying around here. It's like I killed one before the live stream. I know you don't want to hear that, but it's kind of like I want these flies around here. Anyway, I digress. Anyway. I think I'm liking this whole in my living room thing better than upstairs, because my upstairs, my craft room, I used to shoot from upstairs, but right now it's summertime here and it gets really hot up there and sweltering. Even with the fan on, I sweat. So I mean, I'm downstairs in my living room. I have a fan in front of me, and I'm in the AC, so I'm a little cooler. I'm not as uncomfortable as if I would be upstairs. So and plus, it's awesome. Can put up my signs behind me. No, I have seen those on YouTube and online, Mancat. I may do one of those too. Like I have seen those online, and I went to Home Goods the other day with my husband, and there was this cute little chicken. They had it for $10. I almost got it. It was like a knitted amigurumi thing, but I almost got it. But I got so much stuff in this house. I don't want to overcrowd my house with stuff. So plus, I can always crochet it if I want. Hello, OVW. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. But yeah, Mancat, I think there are tutorials out there for the emotional support chickens, or just chickens in general. I have seen them. They are out there. Just haven't. Let's see. This is gonna be backwards in the camera, so forgive me. Like I said, I do go over this in my video, but I did not go over. There was a cute little project in here. Let's see if I find it. Where is it? Well, here's the actual showcase project, which is a gnome, because I like the beard. His beard is made of fallen leaves, and then there's the wrinkled hat and the nose. But this wasn't the project I was. Where's that at? I know I seen it. Oh my goodness. It was for a turkey pot holder. Wait. I swear it was in here. I'm not losing my mind. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's for a hot pad. Looks like for a trivet, I think. It's like a turkey trivet. I know it's not a support chicken, but I was just thinking about this. And they use cotton yarn for this project. But yeah, I'll have to find one of those support chickens, Mancat, and see if I can make one up, because I have seen them out there. Hello, Blind Stitches. How are you? Thank you. Welcome to the chat. So let me introduce myself for those of you who don't know who I am. I mean, you know I'm the Crafty Crocheter, but I'm Michael. My name is Michael. So I don't have no problems calling me by Michael or Mike or Mikey. I've had everyone call me all three of those, so that's fine. I have no qualms about it. So people say, oh, hey, Mikey, what's up? Or hey, Mike or Michael. So I have no qualms about it, because I know there are some people who have like kind of qualms about, well, you can only call me this name. Like, I don't care. I really don't care about that. So you just don't call me late for dinner. Yeah, my little humor side, sense of humor kicking out right now. Yeah, you see the reflection of my glasses. I think because I have it's bright and sunny here. I think it's bouncing off the neighbor's house. It's because they have across the street, they have like that white siding. So that's probably what you're seeing in my glasses. Of course, if I take these off, I can't see crap. So, because I'm nearsighted. So, like Mr. Magoo syndrome. No, I don't have Michael's Crafts. No, I did have a Shopify store called Crafty Creations, but I took it down because it didn't go over so well. I only sold maybe a few items, and I had it up for months, and so I decided I just took it down. Didn't really result the yield I was wanting, so I took it down. But I may go back. I may revisit that, but for right now, I'm just not really interested in trying to. I mean, I'm interested in selling my items, yes, but I heard Etsy has a bunch of rules and they're going towards AI, so we're trying to steer away from the whole AI things. So Shopify, I mean, yeah, it was easy to set up and use, but it was like it just didn't yield the results I wanted. So I just decided to take the store down. And then plus I'm on Facebook, and then I have those supposed people who are interested in buying my stuff. They post a picture, they send a picture in my DM and say, "Oh, hey, I'm interested in this." I'm thinking, no, you're a bot, you're a con artist, so no, you get blocked. I think that will take off, man. I think I might do that for Many Squares. Like, I think that would take off. I seriously think it would. So I did write it down, so I may use that. I think I will use that, actually. I'll have to credit you for that. Because I don't want to say, oh, hey, it was my idea, so. And my handwriting's sloppy, so I gotta make sure I can read my own handwriting. Yeah, I just gotta find that edge. I mean, guys, I just gotta find that niche that. I mean, yeah, anyone can learn to crochet and show people how to crochet, but I think the whole Many Square thing may take off. I think. Yeah, but I'll still give you credit for it because you came up with the idea, man. So. Yeah, see, when I use these things on my videos and other people come up with the idea, I credit them. I don't just say, oh, hey, I took, it's my whole idea, how some creators can get. I mean, I'm not saying all people are like that, but, I like to give credit where credit is due. I don't want to say, well, it was my whole idea. And so I usually try to give shout outs to people who inspire me or give me ideas for my videos and things I do in my videos. So it's just no more than right. So for the 7 of us that are in this, yes, exactly. That's what I keep telling people. Is like, you gotta crochet and knitting and any other crafting art is relaxing. It's very therapeutic because it allows you to focus. It allows you to calm down. It's just that the release of there's a dopamine and melatonin. I think I'm trying to think if melatonin was the other one. I know it was 2 of them that I showcased in that one video. Might have been melatonin that calms you down. That sense of relaxation and calmness, and dopamine's the one that brings out excitement and joy when you're working on something, or when you're doing anything that brings you joy. That rush of dopamine, and then the melatonin, I think, is the one that calms you down, relaxes you. The brain is a very complex and interesting organ. It's like, without it, you wouldn't survive. You wouldn't be alive because the brain controls everything. So, oh yeah, of course, oh yeah, definitely, yeah, got to demystify it. I agree. When I do my tutorials and videos like that, I try to explain it in the best, like, layman's terms. I don't try to do a bunch of jargon and try to make it too complicated whenever it doesn't need to be complicated. I mean, especially for if you of a beginning crocheters watching my stuff and they are kind of lost, I usually try to explain it in a way that is on their level. You know, especially if they're new to crocheting and they have no idea what I'm talking about. I try to relax. I'm not gonna say dumb it down, but I try to explain it in a way that's like in layman's terms. Oh yeah, I agree with you, Sandrine. Crochet relaxes me as well. So does knitting, and anything that gets my hands in a crafting way or gets my creative juices flowing. Oh, that's nice. Mosaic, crochet mosaic, or because I've seen that too, like mosaic crocheting. Switch leg position there. Yeah, that's another thing I want to try to get into is mosaic crocheting. I've seen it before, Sandrine, and it looks very interesting. Because before the live stream today, they had this cables in here. They like for where is that at? It was for a dishcloth, a washcloth that I was learning to do crochet cabling. There's what that looks like, and I think I mastered it because I was having some trouble with the first couple rows. I had to like go frog it, go back to it, frog it, go back to it. Then I realized what the pattern was saying. I was like, oh, like that eureka moment. I've seen a lot of tutorials for it out there, Sandry, and I may have to revisit those too for mosaic crochet. I mean, it looks nice. It looks real pretty. I will admit it does. It does look pretty. So there's another thing on my checklist I'm going to try out. So there's color pulling and mosaic crochet. So a lot of things. We're always learning everything. There's no such thing as like some crochet guru that knows everything. So I'm constantly learning as well. And then whatever I learn and master, I pass on to everyone else out there so they have the knowledge as well. Because knowledge is power, but you want to share the power and share it with everyone so they can have the power as well. And for those of you who are watching us on the replay, feel free to leave comments below. Because I mean, comments are another way for us to get to know each other, to interact with each other. So in case you were not able to attend today's live stream, just go ahead and leave comments below, and I'll answer them as best as I can. Sorry, there was a fly buzzing around us. Yeah, that's actually good to know. Thank you, Sandrine, for clarifying that for everyone because, like I said, I've seen tutorials, I've seen it online, I just never delved into it yet. So it's good to know that, oh hey, if you can single crochet and double crochet, then basically you can work mosaic crochet. So speak. So, as you know, I am working on that. I'm also working on that learn to knit in 50 squares blanket project they had, and I am on the one square right now, to where they are doing color work. I mean, I'm only using two colors, obviously, because the instructions say you need to use two colors of yarn. So this is what I have so far. I don't know how well I can see that on the camera. This is my first time doing color work, so it's kind of like I'm not on the round. I mean, for being a beginner, I think it's coming out nicely. What do y'all think? I still got to finish the rest of the square. This is the one of those things I've been putting off to the side for a while, but I do want to get this done because I do want to move on to like more knitting stitches and knitting techniques that I have never done before. So I am thinking about getting one of those one little organized carts that have it right beside me. Like those, you ever seen those? I think they're rolling crafting carts for organization. They have like different shelves and everything, like a 3 shelf. So I can have one shelf for my crocheting, one shelf for my knitting, one shelf for like my embroidery or other miscellaneous things, and then I can have it right here beside me, so I can just pull out the cart. And especially when I'm doing color work, because you got to have the 2 skeins of yarn in front of you so you don't crisscross the stream, so to speak. I mean, if you get that reference, then don't cross the streams. Were you talking to? Were you addressing me, Mancat, for that when I was showing that knitted square I'm working on for the color work? I mean, if you were, then I'm rather proud of that too, because I've never done color work before for knitting, so this is my first time. So I'm just going on what the pattern says and minding my tension and things like that. So when I crochet, I can be somewhat of a tight crocheter, and you'll hear sometimes a squeaking of the acrylic yarn because I'm so tight. So I try to let me see if I can move this out of the way and I'll show you. Oh, come on. 1 second here. I'm going to show you the book I'm learning from. So let's see if I can get this over here. No, it's part of this book. It's for Learn to Knit in 50 Squares. It's going to be backwards in the camera, so I apologize for that. And when you look for the squares, you're joining them together to form a blanket, and it's part of this blanket project. But in the book, you're learning all sorts of different techniques and stitches. Like right now, I'm doing color work, and then there's more color work for the next square. And then they have, what was that one? The intarsia technique. That's for the next square, a couple squares down the line. So I've never done intarsia, so that's something new I'm gonna learn. Then they have about two for the twists, picking up the twists and floats and things like that for. I've never done a sweater, Mancat. Like, I've never done wearables, because I've had someone ask me if I've done wearables. I've never done a wearable before. And that is another thing I want to try to tackle, too. If I want to do like a like a sweater or like a vest or something like that. Because I have seen people, I've seen other creators out there do work with granny squares or manny squares and join them to make them into vests or some shorts or pants, things like that. I've seen that, which is one of those crochet trends that you see out there. So oh no, you're fine, man. Ken. No, it's fine. It's good to ask questions because how else are we gonna know anything if we don't ask questions? I mean, we're inquisitive people by nature, so we're gonna ask questions no matter what. And that's the whole focus. One of the main focuses for the sessions is to ask questions and get to know certain topics and to learn from each other. And so it's great to ask questions. And and you hear that old adage all the time: there are no such thing as stupid questions. So. So we're coming up upon the hour because I used to like to hold these for. Oh yeah, that's another reason to make your own clothes. You make your own wearables too, because sometimes the stuff you find in the stores don't fit right, and they're not to your liking, and then so you got to create your own things just to have them be form fitting, things like that. So that's another good reason to. That's another reason that people create their own wearables is because what they pick up off the shelf or off the rack is like, oh hey, this doesn't fit me the way it's supposed to. It's not form fitting, so that's another application for wearables too. Yeah, and certain sizes too in different countries don't are not the same as here in the States. Like like a small is like a medium is a small for some countries, like a large is a medium. So it's kind of like one of those things you got to try on for yourself. For like when you shop for clothes online, you don't know if they're gonna fit or not because the size may be wrong, or their measurements may be wrong. So it's best to try them on in the store, so you know if it's gonna fit or not, or if you to make alterations to it. Because not, and it's not true that one size fits all because sometimes it doesn't. It's like how one technique doesn't usually work for all people, like whether crochet, knitting, because a lot of people have different techniques and how they do things. So it's great to learn what other people are doing and like for example, like the knife grip versus the pencil grip for crocheting, because some people are used to working the crochet hook a certain way and they've been doing it forever, and or if they're left-handed, right-handed, so there are different techniques involved there as well. Because we're all unique in our own way, which what makes this community so great. So for us five in here who have not yet, if you like what you're seeing in this video, give that a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I do have all my handles up here behind me for my YouTube channel, my Instagram, my Facebook. And I have the banner that's on my channel up here. And don't forget to subscribe, give this a like, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment if you wish. All right, so we're coming up upon the hour, and I like to do these sessions kind of like a psychiatrist session. We get an hour and that's it. But usually, if people want to go over and talk more, that's fine. I'm not stringent on that. I'm not stringent on that role, so it's kind of like if you want to stay over and chat some more, that's fine. But I usually try to to do these to where there's enough people in here to chit chat. It's fine. I mean, right now there's 3 people in here. I mean, yeah, it's fine for a chat. That's fine. Let me know if you want me to stick around, or if you want to stick around and chat some more. That's fine. I know, I understand we have things going on in our lives. Excuse me. So again, if you were not able to attend today's live stream, you're watching the replay, thank you for watching it. And if you like what you see, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. And give it a thumbs up. Leave me comments. Visit any of my sites that are behind me. Oh, that's fine, JB. Yeah, that's the beauty of these host live streams. There's an option for the replay, which I will upload. It'll upload right after this. It's just the processing's different, but it will be available after we conclude. So that way it's available right away versus having to wait a day or so. All right, so I'm going to end the session for today, guys. So it's great seeing you all. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for subscribing, interacting. It was fantastic. I learned a few new things, which I will utilize down the road. And I like the mani squares. I'm definitely going to use that in my upcoming videos. And I will give you credit, Mancat. So that was fantastic. It was awesome. So, all right. So take care of yourselves. Stay on top of your mental health. It's important. Have a great day. See you next time.